Acres. Last video I said we were going to show you what the snow did after the storm. Puppy, we got a lot of snow. Puppy, you like the snow, don't you? Looks like we got about 4 inches on top of the greenhouse that's stuck. But in some other places, like over on the stone there, it looks like we got about a 6-inch coating here, and it's still coming down out here. Come on, pup, let's go for a walk and see what's going on. Yep, the garden is blanketed in snow. So pretty this time of year whenever the snow finally falls. The bed's full, everything's nice and even all the way around. It's gorgeous out here. It's windy too, but there's not much to see out this way, so once I make it all the way around back from the barn back towards the gardens, we'll see what's going on. I got my fur hat on, and I gotta put my hand back in my glove because it's cold. The homestead is covered in some snow. What do you think, Pop? It's deep, huh? Puppy likes it. We're gonna go take some shelter in the barn for a minute and then continue the walk around because that wind is brutal. Make sure you go over and check out our other channel, the Homestead, because within the month we are going to be getting some egg chickens and we're gonna have to start brooding them, and all that's going to be on the Whitt Acres Homestead channel. There's no more borderlines to the food forest. It is completely covered. So I wanted to get some of the wood chips down beforehand, but yeah, we only got a third of the way as you saw in the last video. But that's all we could get done before the storm came, so I'm happy to get what I can done while I can. These hemlocks are always so beautiful when they get covered in snow. Love the evergreens with all the draping branches covered in snow. Gorgeous. Pergola's got its coverage on. So this is the first season that we have the backhoe for the snow. So we're going to be plowing with the backhoe this year. We got the driveway shoveled out away from the house and roof line and out away from the carport. So you should be able to come in with the backhoe now and just push all the snow away. That'll save my back from doing any more work here. I'll pop. My fern completely buried. Let's see if that thing survives. You can see we did end up getting a pretty good amount of snow. I would say that's probably right around 6 inches maybe. So yeah, that's not what I want to be shoveling. So he's gonna plow with the backhoe. We'll see how that works this year. Still good on fire. Check out the garden here. The azaleas covered up. Gorgeous. Got to get some more evergreens out here to really show some more color, but look at that blanket. Here's another hemlock. This is our specimen hemlock out front, our biggest one. Looking beautiful. You can see my empress poking up out there. It's got some flower buds on it, and hopefully I'll get some blooms this season. As long as it stays cold long enough and those buds on top here stay, I might get a pretty show here in the spring. The hollies are looking nice over here, draped in snow. What are you doing? You're laying down. Puppy, what are you doing? Got to keep the seed and the peanuts flowing for the birdies. They definitely eat a lot more whenever it's cold out here. Got the songbird seed over here too, so they're all covered. Ooh, I'm gonna have to knock the snow off of this stone pine here, because it will split if it gets too much weight on it. So I'm just gonna knock some of this snow off, get it to pop back up. Even though it looks pretty with the snow on it, I gotta get that off because I don't want to break the tree. Yeah, it's springing back up. See, this one's already on the ground. Get those knocked off. Don't want it too heavy. Alright, leave some on there for some interest. Here's the other hemlocks, beautifully draped in snow and full too. If they get much more on them, we might take off some snow off of the lower branches as well. Puppy. I need to get the snow off my greenhouse because it's a little plexiglass greenhouse and it's not really built to hold some weight like this. So I want to get it off, relieve some of the weight, real gently scrape it across, because I remember last year I did have a panel buckle in, so I don't want that happening again. I can see here, it looks like the panel might have buckled in a little bit, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out in the spring. Oh, Pup, let's go check on the pond. There's no access to the pond anymore. This should be the last time the pond looks like this. Hopefully by next winter I have it full of water and it'll look a lot different, maybe even better. I'm glad we got the waterfall covered. We'll see how that looks when we're done, but yeah, it's full of snow and hopefully not damaging anything. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the snow off the cold frame, because that's just a plastic, little plastic cover here, lid. So I don't want too much weight on there. Look how much snow landed on the cold frame. There we go, we're pushing 6-8 inches now. Some of this off here, relieve the weight. Let some light in and some warmth. Oh, Pup, that'll work. Okay, yo, watch where you step in here, Pup. Come on, let's get back into the warmth. I'm not drinking out of that dog pool. This was just shoveled right before I took my walk, and you can see it's already covering up again. That snow's not done yet, but I am. So we're gonna head outside. It's freezing cold, so I got my heated vest on. We'll go ahead and turn that on. Zip up. We're ready to go outside. I got my brother's dogs with me, Bub and little girl. So we're gonna take him out. Of course, Echo Puppy's here and he brought his volleyball. So let's go out into the cold. It's all white out here, little girl. You can see the snow is pretty well traveled. This is about a week after the storm, so it's actually the time that we went down to -4 this morning and everything got all hard and frozen. But the garden still looks beautiful. Come on, Pups, come on. So we're gonna head out here. You can see I normally take Puppy for a walk, so I have a well-beaten path out here. And the whole garden is covered in snow. Raised beds are filled up. And little girl's gonna walk along with us. So during this time of year, as I take my walks, I'm blind, I can't see a thing. But as I take my walks, I look around and try and see what I want to do for the next growing season. The ground's completely frozen, so I can't do any planting or anything right now, so I just do some planting instead. Out here at the end of the field, you can see the maple line that we got planted out here. I am thinking of filling in this snow area with a lot of trees. Leave a little bit of a cove here next to the pine tree for like a golf green, but a little practice green. But I want to fill this in with some trees to really block off all the houses and stuff out that way. And then I might even keep this little raised area here where the snow kind of melted already as a walking path, and then come out here and put in a lot more trees out here at the end of the field. Littles. I have a lot of trees that we put into the nursery last year. I really can't see a thing. There's a lot of trees that we put into the nursery last year, and once the weather changes, I'm going to be getting them out into the landscape. So right now I'm just looking around and seeing where I think they'll fit in the best. Straight down this line, you can see where I kind of have a walking path. I want to line that up with some Norway spruce and block off this line, and then I think during this season, once those Norway spruce grow up, they're going to look nice with the green and the snow. I want to get this whole property framed out in some evergreens. Bub. Got the barn covered in snow here. I do need to build a fence around this little front area of the barn, but like I said, the ground's frozen. Can't do much out here, so all I do is walk the dogs and think. Oh, Lils. Lils likes to walk along with me until her brother finds something while he's hunting, and then she'll run ahead and help him. See, he is hunting. Got that nose down. Puppy too. They're going looking for some moles. We got some tracks here in the snow, and if you see these tracks, little 2 and then 2, those are rabbit tracks. So we got some bunnies hopping around here and some birdies. You can see the little birdie tracks all through the snow. I think that's nice to see. And then you got some puppy tracks too. Birds, puppies, and rabbits. There's a bunch of nature out here. Oh, bub. This way. Over here is my, I don't know, utility section. I don't know what to call it yet, but I have my wood chip pile, compost pile, all covered in snow. And then I have my little tree nursery over here, which I just piled up a bunch of wood chips and compost, made it real deep, and plugged in a bunch of trees. I got a lot of Norway spruce here, is mainly what you see. And then there's some deciduous trees in there as well. Over on the end there's probably about 7 blue spruce, and we got a nice Braxton Brown Beauty magnolia tree back there. Behind that we have the purple fountain beech. Hopefully this does well, because I really like that tree and I'd like to see it out in the landscape. What are you guys sniffing? Got a bunch of baby Norway spruce to be put into the landscape. Then I have these Gold Rider Leland cypresses, One's doing well. Looks like I got the other two to survive, but they were doing really bad in the pots, but looks like they're doing a lot better out here now that I got them in the ground. They even have one arborvitae that's alive, and it looks like 3 small hemlocks. So we got a good bit that I'm gonna be putting out into the landscape and finding places for next year. So definitely subscribe down below, and whenever the season changes, we'll be doing a lot of planting. Come on. Come on, boys. This snow is so shiny and shimmery. It's all crunchy too, because it was, like I said, like -4 this morning. Real cold. Got my Cleveland pear here. Not doing anything. Now this rhododendron is a white rhododendron, and it does not seem like it's going to be blooming next year. Got no buds on it, which is unfortunate, but maybe next time. Now this would be a perfect time to go up, like I said in the last video, to go up and rip all these vines off of the pergola, because they should be nice and brittle now, and they'll just come right off. If it was warmer, I'd actually want to be up here doing it, but it's too cold to actually climb up on top of the pergola right now. If I fell, I'd get hurt, and I don't want to do that. So they're nice and brittle now, and they'll stay that way. Once it gets a little bit better out here, I'll come up and clean up the whole pergola. Come down in here to the ice rink. So the pond's frozen, which is pretty cool. I got as much water as I could out of here, but we had one day that kind of warmed up and things melted, filled it back up some. So I got a nice little ice skating rink in here. I think it'll be really cool if that actually freezes whenever the pond's full up to the top, and I'll have a lot more surface area. But right now I'm just kind of having fun on a little ice pond we got. It's all snowed up. Got the waterfall covered up. Hopefully none of that's getting damaged with the snow thawing and expanding. But I'll have to wait till it warms up to find out if there's any damage on the pond. And Puppy found his ball again. Oh, Puppy. Little girl, where's your brother? Hey, Bub. Good boy, Bub. So we just make a loop around the property and bring it all the way back around. Hopefully the dogs go to the bathroom while we're doing it. Got my fern in the pot. Wonder if that's gonna survive. It's a Autumn Brilliance Jurassic fern. Probably could have did something with it, but it should do fine in this pot. My brother brought some diesel for the furnace, so I have to get that poured in. Oh, Pup. Lost. Go. Go. Come on, bobbers. Got most of the front torn out, and we are going to have to tear out those 2 arborvitaes and this last arborvitae, because we got some type of fungus problem and they all died like this one. So that's a problem. We want to tear these out and get a new hedge going across this front yard here. Got the bird bath decommissioned, tilted so it doesn't freeze and break the concrete. That gold juniper's shining through beautifully. How are you doing? And we even have the blue star juniper over here peeking through the snow, trying to get some sun. These hollies are looking beautiful. These are the Castle Spire hollies, and they have a nice shiny green to them. Hard to see with this lighting, but we're working on getting this hedge going here and a fence line put back up after the large maple tree fell on it. But we'll have to wait till the weather warms up. Can't get a lot done outside in western Pennsylvania, zone 6, during the winter here. We're deep into late January, and the whole perennial bed's covered in snow. It just looks all beautiful out here with the snowfall. All the little bird tracks going through the snow. Love it. 2 more ewes down on this side. Puppy trying to play out here. It's too cold. We're just out here to pee and poop. That's it. Get a little bit of running in. Oh, Bub, go get some running in, Bub. And we're back around, full circle around the property. And it is cold. I'm ready to go back in. Thanks for coming along, seeing the property here in deep winter. And make sure to subscribe down below, hit that like button before you leave. And you'll be able to see the property as it comes together. They're nice and beautiful and colorful all season long during the growing season. And don't forget, hit that like button if you like seeing Puppy in these videos. And like seeing little girl and Bub come along. And Pup just rolls that ball down the ramp to me. And we have a little ramp ball game going on here. He figured this out back when he was a puppy. He could just drop the ball up there and it'd roll down to me. He's pretty good at ramp ball. Alright, that's all for this one. You can see me and Echo, maybe even Bub and little girl on the next one. Thanks for watching.